what you gonna do, brother, when the United States runs all over you? You know, dude, when Uncle Sam came to the Hulkster, he said, we got some nasty foreign troops coming to invade the Richfield Coliseum, dude. And when those nasty paratroopers came down out of the stadium, dudes, all they found was the largest arms in the world. And Brother Bruda on one side, the tugboat on the other, toot toot, ready to kick some butt.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Good Brothers Wrestling Podcast. Happy 4th of July to those who are celebrating, those of you who live in the United States are celebrating our Independence Day.
No, today will be remembered as the world's Independence Day.
Well, you know, brother, there's some red coats coming after us. Well, kicking things off with, of course, the Real American. So this is a Good Brothers Wrestling Podcast. We're going down the road from work. So we got us a holiday, July 4th. So we're not going into work tomorrow. So maybe I'll put a little pep in our step.
Well, you know something, dude. When it's the 4th of July, the Hulkster likes to hang out on the shores of Venice Beach, oiled up, hanging and banging as we do. But you know, when those dirty, nasty Al-Qaeda come and invade our American beaches, all they'll find, brother, are 10 million Hulkamaniacs and the largest arms in the world.
Yes, Homeland Security. Perhaps no greater weapon than those 24-inch pythons.
Well, you know, Jack, I've been kicking it with President Trump all week. We've been trying to figure out this 4th of July thing, dude. President Trump called me up and said, Hulkster, we got a problem. We don't have any fireworks for this year's celebration up in the nation's capital.
Uh-huh.
So what I'm going to do, dude, I'm going to run in on my Harley with 5,000 pounds of explosive on my back, Jack. And when it comes time for that bald eagle to fly and for America to salute those stars and stripes, the Hulkster's going to be driving right up the Washington Monument, dude, letting those fireworks off 5,000 feet in the air for all those little Hulksters to look up and see, dude.
And when Andre the Giant makes his way down those Capitol steps, brother,
and he tries to stop the fireworks that the Hulkamaniacs have been looking forward to all year long,
and Sergeant Slaughter's to his left, and General Adnams to his right.
What?
Huh?
Well, it's the 4th of July.
Huh?
And we have a very special episode of the Good Brothers Wrestling Podcast today.
We kicked off with that YouTube video, freshly made from Hulk Hogan, the July 2018.
What are you talking about?
That YouTube video we just played from Hulk Hogan.
Oh. We are talking about the 10 coolest, greatest, I don't know, here are 10 things in all of wrestling and wrestling history that are super American. We've got a big list, and we're going to just talk about 10 things. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it, dude.
You know what? Wrestling, I don't know where it came from, but professional wrestling, probably American through and through, right? Frank Gotch.
It's long been associated with patriotism. I would say there's no more patriotic crowd than a wrestling crowd. The USA chant, I can only imagine, originated at some wrestling event.
And of course, we know the owner of the biggest wrestling conglomerate in the world, the WWE, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, huge patriot for his country.
Indeed. Maybe that's why wrestling has such a patriotic reputation.
Could be. Yeah, could be. I mean, we definitely know he loves America. I mean, you can say what you want about Vince McMahon. He might shove Roman Reigns down your throat. He might put him on all 180 minutes of Raw this week. But, you know, the man's a patriot.
I think that will start off with something in that vein. Vince McMahon, of course, his greatest creation, aside from the WWF, has to be, what'd you say?
I said the main vein.
Yes. His greatest creation, his main vein, if you will, is the WWF. But his greatest creation was probably WrestleMania. And every year at WrestleMania, without fail,
brother,
we bring in a special guest performer from the world of music and recording artists. to perform not the national anthem. No, they do the national anthem.
No.
They're singing "Oh Say Can You See" at baseball parks, minor league baseball parks, high school football games. You can hear that anywhere. No, Vince wants them to sing "America the Beautiful." Oh, beautiful.
Nobody done it sweeter, of course, than Ray Charles at WrestleMania.
Where's the green?
I apologize. Two?
Oh, purple,
No.
purple
Was it two?
mountain. Are you going to question me, or are you going to know that you don't have the knowledge and I do? No, are you getting mad? No, it wasn't at 2, actually. I think it was at 4.
Yeah, no, you have the knowledge.
Or it might have been
just
6.
Just keep having guessing, okay?
Well, you were just going, I said 2. You
I know
didn't
it wasn't
answer.
7 because 7 was Willie Nelson.
I'm Googling it right now. Yeah. And 8 was Reba McEntire. And 3 was Aretha Franklin.
I know Aretha
So you're
Franklin.
sitting here telling me I don't know?
1 was Liberace, I think.
No. Actually, I think
Howard Finkel sang it,
Finkel
didn't
sang
he?
it in the first one.
I do believe. What a tradition, though, to come out to America the Beautiful. Didn't they do a fly? Have they ever done a
WrestleMania
flyover?
2, Ray Charles, as stated.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, I think they have done some flyovers when they had the outside.
Like at
when they had the
24,
arena
maybe?
shows. Yeah, I can remember a couple times like the
Orlando.
planes flew by.
So,
If I'm wrong, it sounds like something that would happen.
yeah, I mean, if it doesn't, let's make it happen. WrestleMania
I say-
35, New Orleans.
Can I say, let's bring back the legends doing that, America the Beautiful. I can't even remember. It's like these 2 girls this year. Were they like YouTube sensations or something? Who were these girls?
I don't know. I don't know who they were. I don't keep
It's
up.
been a little
you know.
while since somebody sang it that was worthwhile.
They need Kid Rock to sing it.
Why has
Kid Rock
never done
super
America the Beautiful?
patriotic, super patriotic.
I'm gonna tell you
guy.
what, America
was
the
born
Beautiful,
free.
and then the end of Born Free. That kicks off WrestleMania 37 in the heart
37?
of America. I don't know. I can't think of the numbers right now. Why you? Am I just gonna say it? Is this gonna podcast where I say numbers and you question the number?
Hey, well, I said WrestleMania 35 was in New Orleans, but it wasn't. 34 was.
All right, let's move on. So America's Beautiful, definitely a thing. Next guy on the list, and now we're going to get really into the meat. This is such the obvious thing. I might make this guy the picture of this week's podcast. I'm talking thumbs up, tongue out, 2x4 slung across your shoulder. Can you give it to me one time?
Ho!
USA! USA! USA!
Born in America.
Ho! You know, a lot of times when people ask, "Oh, Hacksaw Jim Duggan." Aside from Hulk Hogan, maybe the most patriotic gimmick of all time in all of wrestling. Wouldn't you say that?
Yeah, but you know what's funny? Was he always just patriotic because he had blue trunks?
Well, you
or
know, I was
what?
thinking about Hacksaw. Like, I don't know anything about his career in Mid-South before he came to WWF.
He wasn't like that in Mid-South. He was facing Ted
Here's the thing,
DiBiase.
it doesn't even make sense that his name's Hacksaw, and he carries a 2x4.
Like his hacksaw, was that American?
Well, I read that a hacksaw had something to do with him being a football player. And that kind of stands to reason because his finishing maneuver was a 3-point stance. But what does a 2x4 have to do with anything? And then you add the American flag in, the guy's just a bunch of gimmicks. He got over, though.
Love that toy, though.
And, we didn't have him on the list, but when Sergeant Slaughter turned his back on America in favor of Saddam Hussein, Saddam Insane, if you ask me, and back in the 90s, and he decided he wanted his country back, who did he turn to get him back in the good graces with America? Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
USA, man.
I would even say maybe Hacksaw Jim Duggan is more patriotic than Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I mean, Hacksaw Jim Duggan has the USA chant. And I guarantee you, any indie show that Hacksaw Jim Duggan has been on since his departure from his last wrestling company, WCW, I think. He didn't come back to WWE right after that.
He's probably
But anyways,
TNA, right?
any indie show that he's ever been on, he's facing a foreigner or a supposed foreigner. A Russian or probably, now let's just be honest, probably a Middle Easterner.
Yes. Didn't we see Hacksaw Jim Duggan versus
Yes, we
like
did.
a Middle Eastern kind of guy
Yes, we most certainly
back
did.
in 2014?
Yep.
Yeah, Hacksaw. Hulk Hogan, he comes out, he may be carrying an American flag, maybe, and his music is real American. But every time you see Hacksaw Jim Duggan, he has that flag on his back.
USA.
Except for that
man.
time he was with those Canadian guys, but we'll let that slide. So speaking of Hulk Hogan, let's move on to number 3. I think I'm getting so patriotic feeling right now.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna go home and watch some. Well, we'll leave that for a second.
Oh yes. Number 3, we're talking about Hulk Hogan. I'm going to take a very limited run that may be underappreciated, and that is Hulk Hogan's run as Mr. America on SmackDown in the mid-2000s. It's not Hulk Hogan, dude. It's Mr. America.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I feel like I probably wasn't even watching SmackDown at the time. I don't know if I had the channel.
I know what happened, basically. I remember one year on the 4th of July, Hulk Hogan and Edge won the tag team titles.
Yeah, I saw that.
SmackDown. And then after that, Hulk Hogan got fired somehow, or lost some sort of loser leaves town stipulation, or was fired by Vince McMahon. And then he came back the next week, obviously Hulk Hogan, but he was wearing these blue pants and had a blue mask with a star on it, kind of like Captain America. I never thought about that, but it was very Captain America. And he called himself Mr. America. And he had all of Hulk Hogan's mannerisms, and he always denied that he was Mr. America. And I think he even had to take a lie detector test on SmackDown, and he passed the polygraph.
Of course he did. Nothing gets past Hogan, man.
Mr. America doesn't lie, dude. I may sound like Hulk Hogan, who I hear is a great guy.
Well, moving on.
But did Hulk Hogan ever wear a blue mask, dude?
Moving on from the Hulkster.
Yeah, why don't you pick? Do you think his run as Mr. America was underappreciated? I mean, part of it. I mean, I think he got fired or
I was
left
totally
WWF.
underappreciated, man. This is Hulk
I
Hogan.
think he
just
left
up-
WWE when he was done with Mr. America, like before Mr. America was done. So it kind of had an abbreviated.
That's quite possible. I don't remember it being like lengthy.
Yeah,
You know.
no.
So no, I
I was during that Zach Gowen period. Remember Zach Gowen, the one-legged guy, the one-legged wrestler?
Yes. Yeah, can you forget that?
Anyway,
Yeah, no,
what-
he didn't look very Captain American-y. I'm
You
just
looking
looking
him
at a picture of him right here.
show him to me. I want to.
He
I
looked,
want to
you know,
feel good
looked
about
more
it.
like a Patriot, or like just like an indie wrestler. Here
right,
he
hold
is.
Oh yeah,
There he is.
he had red, white, and blue pants.
Yeah,
Yeah, he looked more like the Patriot.
yeah, he
No.
totally looked like a Patriot. Here's his yellow dog gimmick.
He was the Midnight Rider, Daddy. That's not Dustin. It's the Midnight Rider.
The yellow dog was Brian Pillman.
I know, but the Midnight Rider's way more famous.
Yellow Dog is one of my most beloved memories of wrestling. I don't know why.
Let's move along. Why don't
I
you
don't
pick
know
something
why.
off this list? I've got.
Oh, I'm gonna
list
pick
of
the
10.
number one. The number one.
I mean, I don't.
It's bigger than Hacksaw. It's bigger than Mr. America himself.
What's it gonna be? What could be that?
Toot, toot. All aboard the Lex Express.
Oh
The
yes.
summer of Lex Express that ended with him on an aircraft carrier.
No. It began with him on an aircraft carrier. It
Oh,
ended with his fight
sorry,
at
sorry.
SummerSlam.
Began with him on an aircraft carrier slamming the evil Yokozuna.
So the story of that is Hulk Hogan kind of was gone the first time, and they were kind of needed somebody to pump up to be their next big star. Yokozuna, of course, the giant Japanese, champion at the time. He had a contest on the 4th of July. This is great. On the 4th of July.
Yeah. it was
On the
4th of
USS
July.
Nimitz. And then it was on the Nimitz, right?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty
what
sure it was the
on.
Nimitz, and that's a carrier, right? Yeah, that's a
I
carrier.
don't know.
We should know.
I don't know.
It was on the Nimitz. It was a carrier. And he had a contest to see who could body slam him. And so a bunch of people came out. Crush came out and about broke his back. Macho Man came out, couldn't do it. I think some other guys couldn't do it. And then, I want to say he came in on a helicopter, or maybe I'm
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he came in.
Lex Luger, Stars and Stripes, Zubaz pants, steps in the ring, body slams the 500, 600, 800, 10,000 pound Yokozuna to the delight of everyone on board. And that began the Lex Express, where he would travel in a red, white, and blue bus all around the country, shaking hands. This really happened.
USS Intrepid in
Oh,
New York
yes.
City, by the way.
It was
And he was
Intrepid.
wearing this shirt. This American polo
nice.
shirt.
Like a Garth Brooksy kind of shirt.
Yeah, I'd like to get me one of those.
Is it a polo or a button-up?
I'm actually going to play the video right now and just look. So give me 1 second. Just run your mouth about that for just July 4th too, man.
I said that already.
New York City.
New York City?
New York City, July 4th. You just don't get any more American than that. Why don't you come on in? We'll
You're in
watch
the
out on
greatest city in
network.
the world.
When you drop me off, come on in. Let's watch out on the network.
I'm on a tight schedule.
Come on, you ain't on no
We're already going to have
schedule.
to cut this off early because...
There ain't no schedule.
I'm not watching this whole video.
No, I'm not either. I didn't know it was the whole video, dude. It's like, let me just try to get to the Lex part. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, it just looks American as all get out. You've got airplanes, you've got the military, you've got Yokozuna, you've got Stars and Stripes.
What's more American than Yokozuna?
There's probably a hot dog eating contest going around somewhere around there.
I'll say this. I think that USS Intrepid event kind of was the beginning of Tribute to the Troops. It's kind of the same thing, kind of the same vibe. wouldn't you
Yeah,
say?
absolutely. I would agree completely, especially, looking at it right now, it's, yeah, totally.
Okay, well, I'm moving on from this.
Sorry it wouldn't play. Wouldn't play.
We're going to move from the Lex Express to maybe the greatest American tag team of all time. I'm talking about the real Americans. The real Americans, Jack Swagger and Cesaro. Cesaro, a man who's from Switzerland. And yet he really sold me on the fact that he was a real American. I think the real Americans don't have the respect they deserve. That was a great tag team. Zeb Coulter was a great, great heel manager. And they were heels, American heels, which, it's kind of progressive, really, when you think about it.
They debuted on July 1st of 2013.
Really?
Yep. That was
Well,
true.
what I remember most about the Real Americans was we were on the pre-show for WrestleMania 30 that we were there in that tag title match.
Probably the best pre-show opener of WrestleMania.
Were they the champs going in?
At least towards that time.
I think they were the champs going in and then lost the titles. And then Cesaro comes out and wins the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. And that was kind of his face turn. Like, that's kind of the beginning to the end of the Real Americans, actually.
Yes, it was.
But, and Jack Swagger, man, what a big hoss. I mean, he's got no personality. But when they teamed him with Zeb Coulter, the dude was gold.
He really was. Zeb Coulter was really good. His last run, of course, with Alberto Del Tronco wasn't very good. I just throw him under the bus because, he just seems like a bad person.
He does seem like he kind of ruined Paige.
Yeah, so, when you're no-showing as much as he was,
Could you do me a favor, though? Could you put your right hand over your heart and say in a loud and clear voice, "We, the people"?
You know what? Something else people love. We the people love. The Great American Bash
was
on
waiting for that one.
pay-per-view.
Can I sing it? Can I rap it? Yeah, you rap it.
I can't rap. You do.
On July 14th, see the WCW crew. It's the Great American Bash on pay-per-view. Word up, Nikita Koloff will be taking on Sting. Sting's gonna bust a move all over the ring. Now the Nature Boy, his name is Ric Flair. When he walks that aisle, Lex had better beware. It's the Great American Bash. Be there.
You know what's funny? That's the second time, maybe the third time in Good Brothers history that you've rapped that. This time we are not sitting at Outback.
Oh yeah, that was at Outback.
So probably last year, probably around July 4th.
Yeah, I guess it was. Well, it just gets me feeling all American.
It does, man. How can you
The
not?
Great American Bash, though, an American themed pay-per-view. I always think of that poster for the one in the mid-2000s with Toy Wilson on the cover dressed like Uncle Sam. Just red, white, and blue.
Yeah,
just the Bash,
sure.
man. The Great American Bash. We just recently had the anniversary of the Bash where JBL won his first and only WWE title and beat Eddie Guerrero in that bloody Texas Bull Rope match.
Oh,
if you haven't
yeah.
seen that in a while, look that up on the network. Great American Bash. I want to say 2004. When JBL beat Eddie Guerrero. It was 2004, yeah. JBL beat Eddie Guerrero in a Texas Bull Rope match, and Eddie had to go to the hospital afterwards because he lost so much blood.
It's real blue,
You have
just
any
blue and
Bash
gold,
memories?
you know.
You have any Bash memories? American style?
Nah, I don't really.
Because it's something.
I just don't.
Hey, I'm
No,
sorry
I
for
like it a
yelling
lot,
about the
man.
number thing.
Huh?
I'm sorry I yelled at you about the number thing.
That's okay, man. Hey, you know what? Great American Bash, Jim Duggan, Santana Marella, and Sergeant Slaughter
Now we're talking.
defeated Camacho, Drew McIntyre, and Hunico.
Just a bunch of dirty foreigners.
Don't say that.
What? They were.
I know, but we don't really think that.
No, I'm saying that's the spirit of it. Well, from one pay-per-view to another pay-per-view, and from one stream to another, let's talk about a pay-per-view that we attended back in 2000, I want to say 10. WWE Capital Punishment. It was at the end of June. It was in DC. It was definitely a patriotic-themed pay-per-view. And it was terrible.
Oh, yeah, we left before the end.
We left during the main event, which was John Cena defending the title against R-Truth. Now, to his credit, R-Truth was pretty hot during this time. He was having a pretty decent run in the main event. I would say that he represented himself well, but the match itself sucked. I went back and watched it later, and a little kid was involved from the audience.
That's weird, man. I was just reading the Great American Bash, 1987. I was just looking at some of the stuff, man. I was just getting jacked about the Bash. Capital Punishment sucked. There's not much you can say about it.
When we were talking about the Bash, and I said, what are your memories? And you didn't have anything.
I didn't have any memories. Now I'm looking on Wikipedia. I'm making memories.
Okay.
I'm making memories.
Well, welcome to listen to Bobby read Wikipedia podcast.
Let me just get my last one in. Patriotic for me. Of course, we just saw Ring of Honor this past weekend.
Oh, yes.
Put on just two really fun shows.
If you haven't
enjoyed it.
If you haven't seen that 4-way title match for the ROH title, I'm going to give any spoilers just in case you haven't heard. Of course, if you follow us, Good Brothers Wrestling on Facebook, you have heard. But get on Honor Club or whatever you got to do. Check that out. That was a really good match.
Yeah, and one of the young boys that is wrestling there, Flip Gordon.
Young boy is something derogatory that Bubba Ray called Flip Gordon.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So Flip Gordon, though, he's a veteran of sorts. I think he's in the National Guard Reserve.
Veteran of sorts? He's a veteran.
But he comes
in the Army.
He comes out with an American flag and just a young kid doing the John Cena gimmick correctly, in a way.
He's definitely he's definitely the new era patriotic gimmick.
Yeah.
He flips a lot. His name's Flip.
Yeah, his name's Flip. But anyways, he's super American. Like I said, a veteran, really support him. Young kid, about 22 or such. But man, I just appreciate him coming out with that American flag, I don't know.
Yeah, it's super patriotic.
It's good.
He really had a great match too with Bully Ray. He got a lot of offense, and I really like the way that match was booked. Flip, obviously a small guy, Bubba Ray a big guy. Bubba Ray a veteran, Flip more of a rookie. So, you think, well, Bubba Ray might just squash this guy. And Flip really got all his stuff in, and then Bubba Ray did destroy him.
Yeah.
But, and then Colt Cabana comes out and saves him.
Yeah, it's Colt Cabana.
What's more patriotic than Colt Cabana?
Flip Gordon. Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to give that guy props for doing, the patriotic gimmick and just doing it right and doing it good so far. So, but yeah, America, baby. July 4th coming up soon.
Grilling hot dogs. Hey, we got a couple more things. I think we can run through our last two real quick. When you're talking about the American flag, what about a good old flag match? A staple in wrestling for so many years.
Surprised they didn't have one last night.
Two guys come out with flags. The winner gets to wave their flag.
What was the last flag match? Rusev and Cena?
Yeah, that was the last flag match. John Cena kind of came back after being gone for a little while. And Rusev, of course, doing his Russia gimmick. No, he was still Bulgarian. I don't know.
Yeah.
He kind of represents both countries.
Yeah.
They had a nice flag match, and I remember there were stairs at the top of the ramp that you got to walk up and wave your flag on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
A lot of violence involved in stairs. It's kind of. I mean, it's been around since way before WrestleMania 1, but I'm a big flag match fan.
You know what? Flag matches are cool when they're on like July 4th, but any other time, I don't care. Well, I'll say that. If it's right around July, yeah, give it to me. If it's not, who cares? You want to see a flag match at Christmas? Really?
No, I guess not.
Do you? See a flag
it's
match at
Christmas
Halloween?
Flag. If somebody's going to flag a red and green flag.
I mean, I guess.
Well, let's wrap this up with the most patriotic thing you can have around your waist in all of wrestling. I'm talking about the WWE United States Championship. What's more patriotic than a red, white, and blue belt? I guess you checked out, so maybe we should just call it off. I mean, we're in your driveway. You just wanted to quit after Flip Gordon, or?
I mean, what did you want me to say? Yeah, that belt is patriotic.
It's red, white, and blue, and we're talking about American things.
What else am I going to say about it?
You can say it was held by American champions. John Cena. Kurt Angle, I'm assuming, had it at some point.
Do you like when a foreigner holds the U.S. title?
No, I
Or does
hate
it
it.
make you mad?
I hate it. I hate it. I want to see that the man wearing the United States Championship draped in red, white, and blue.
So you think everybody who wins that title should have
I don't think Jeff Hardy is
gimmick?
patriotic enough to be holding that U.S. title. I thought Randy Orton, for some reason, he seems patriotic to have it.
Yeah, I could see that.
I kind of like when a foreigner has it and kind of makes it like a big deal. Oh, I'm foreign, I have your championship. Kevin Owens did that when he was, he's Canadian, but he held the title.
Well, well, didn't Jinder Mahal just have it?
Yeah. No, I was kind of being Jinder Mahal when I spoke just now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can see that, and you got the American chasing it. So, they need to have like a British person have it, Kind of like a
that'd be something
Revolutionary
else.
War.
Well, it's like when they made the European title and then, actually the British Bulldog
Ooh,
did that.
July 4th, man, NXT show, UK title versus the US title.
Oh my gosh. Well, it'd be Jeff Hardy versus, what's that dude's name?
Pete Dunne.
Oh, that might be a good match.
That could be bust.
Why are we not having this tomorrow, WWE?
Let's do it. Hey,
Let's decide once and for all. You know what, dude? When those dirty British came over here, dude, and they tried to take us back, they tried to grab us by our powdered wigs and pull us on a boat and ship us back to the UK, dude. We said we will not bow to the Queen. We got our friends, Running Bear and Spirit Bear from the Bear family. And we got together and we turned them away, dude. We sent them packing and threw their tea in the harbor, man. But when Napoleon tried to rear his ugly head, the Hulkster and the largest arms in the world were waiting for him, dude. So, no, Napoleon was definitely from Europe, dude. When he marched his 5'3" frame against the 6'7" Hulkamaniac, and you got the 7-foot giant from the NWO beside me, dude. We're talking about Big Show, man. Because he's reclaimed the Stars and Stripes, brother. He's back fighting for the side of the red and yellow. When Napoleon looked at him, and all of the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria sunk beneath the weight of that giant. And the Undertaker came out with his American Bad A, waving the red, white, and blue on his motorcycle, dude. Napoleon turned around and knew there was no hope in the new world, Jack, because we got this on lock. Well, I guess that's it. We hope you enjoyed our very patriotic American special. This is the Good Brothers Wrestling Podcast. Hey, make sure to subscribe on whatever you're listening to. Stitcher, TuneIn, iTunes, Google Play. Check us out at Good Brothers Wrestling on Facebook. Good Brothers WP on Twitter. Did I name everything? GoodBrothersWrestling.com. 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 I hope everybody has a really great 4th of July. If you're not in America, I hope you have a really great 4th of July. 4th of however you say July in your language. Hope you barbecue something good. Hope you see some fireworks.
I hope you do see some fireworks.
I'm sorry I got onto you. We were running out of steam, but I just didn't feel like we were at a good wrap-up point.
That's cool, man. I love your Hogan ones were spot on, man. They were real good. Pretty sure Napoleon was not.
He was definitely in that war, man. I was born free. I was born. Oh, yeah. Free.